and then we can figure it out. And this is my little guy. Say hi, Mr. Jared.
Hi, Mr. Jared. I never saw you.
No, he's one of Mommy's clients. Remember we talked about book stuff, right? Why are you putting a Minions Band-Aid on my laptop?
It's broken. It needs a Band-Aid.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna.
Oh, I got the Minion Band-Aid.
You got a Minion Band-Aid? Okay. We had a book signing. We'll see if it works on your end and if you can put it up there.
Okay. Here goes the post for the live.
Okay. And I'll just.
Well, I don't want to override Isabella, though.
No, I'll just say, you know what? If you post something as a question for Isabella, she could probably answer it live. If you want to try that. Because it's supposed to be live and you're supposed to be interacting with other authors, not just yourself. That was kind of like the whole point. I was trying to be like, hey, everybody needs to interact with each other. And so far, everybody's doing a pretty good job, so. Let's see. And my friend who has a booth next to James was just showing his live feed from AwesomeCon, so I was looking at that too. Let's see. Oh, why is... No. Opal, please don't do that.
What happened?
Nothing. Opal, well, no, Opal kind of just decided to post... No, wait, never mind. It wasn't in that one. I'm just muttering to myself. It's cool. So thirsty. All right. No, is it... Opal, it's not your turn. Opal, it's not your turn.
Okay. This is going to be fun.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we can actually... Next time, we can actually just set one of these up. And then everybody can connect to it, and we can just swap in and out.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Love you. Love you.
Jason, not yet. It's not your turn yet.
I love you. I love you. I
Jason.
love you.
Okay.
I love you.
It's
I love you.
not. It's Jesus Christmas. It's not your turn yet. Right. Whatever.
We'll get it figured out.
She's very overeager. I also sigh every time I read one of her things.
I want the Blaze birthday cake.
You cannot have a Blaze birthday cake.
But I like Blaze birthday cake.
So we are live on YouTube. So this will,
are we?
Yep. This
okay.
Just a heads up.
Okay. Well, if you want to start talking, I'm going to introduce you.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
All right, here we go. Here goes my post.
Hey, everybody. I just wanted to introduce our next author. It's Jared A. Bennett. He is the author of the Arcana series. He's really good. He's actually more technically inclined than the rest of us. And he is actually doing a Google Hangout chat, so if you want to talk to him live, you can.
I can?
Yes, you can.
All right.
All right. Yes, you can. Let's see.
I have to go.
Is anybody saying hello yet?
Nobody's connected yet.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, if you want to start talking, if you want to end up doing something, you can. We can see if we can work on that. Let's see. Let's see. Jared is going to be doing something different. Oops. Well, if anybody starts showing up, then you can just kind of go.
Okay. Well, the video will stay up too. So once I hit the stop broadcast, I can actually just post the video when we're all done too. So.
Okay. Can you edit it at least?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. I'm trying to figure it out too. I'm just trying to figure out how to post it in there. Hold on, I just did the video. Oh wait, here it is. Never mind.
I was just wondering, how did you feel?
Nope, wrong one. Did any of them pop in yet?
I don't see anything.
Okay, hold on.
Stay here with me, honey.
You can try just start talking to people and just post, see if it works. And the first time we're doing it, so when we do this next year, we'll actually know what the heck we're going to do. So let's see. He's live streaming right now. You don't really need a Google account to sign in, right?
No, you shouldn't need one.
Okay.
I've signed you in as the Moms Club of Waldorf West, but
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's what you're logged into Chrome as. So.
Yeah, that's the other thing that I do all the time. Let's see, and my phone had to be restarted. So, but if you want, you can start typing on the thing, and you can say, "Hey, my name is Jared," and you can talk about your books, or you could just do what I did and use your handy dandy phone. Oh wait, I should have posted. Hold on, oh, my computer is so slow. But yeah, you could talk about it.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to break into some announcements here. The special edition for Arcana's Avatar actually just went live this morning. This is the special edition in that it's the edited edition. It's available on Amazon now. My wife actually also went through last night and fixed the cover for it, so it'll show up on the Amazon book listing correctly. Amazon had some weird formatting for book covers so that it was cutting off the edges of the book so that it was Arcana's Avat, written by Red Bennett. So hopefully that's fixed now. Still plugging away on book 3. I've got part 1 back from Shelley's editing service now. So we'll be going through that and getting the rest of it written hopefully here pretty quick.
I'm just recording you now.
That's about all. You're recording me from your phone onto the...
Yeah. Well, hey, if we can't figure out the Google Hangouts, you can do it this way. It's all right.
Okay. Well, Google Hangouts is figured out. I can just share the YouTube video later, too. So.
Yeah, that's so what was your inspiration for the Avatar series?
Originally, the Avatar series was a book I was co-writing with a buddy of mine from high school. The background for the story was quite a bit different than it is now, and it was something that he came up with. And we co-wrote it for a while, but he decided he didn't want to run with it, so he passed creative control over to me. So I took over and made some changes to it. Obviously, we didn't want to keep going with what I wrote when I was 16, which was pretty terrible. Instead, we went with a new direction, hopefully a little bit more mature. And it gets into more characters than we originally had in the story. Originally, it was just Charles and Oren. And at the time, Charles actually didn't even have a first name. So he was going by Mentor, actually, which is what he picks up in the second book. So it's changed quite a bit from its original inception. We've added more depth of characters and a broader range of characters as well, which is something I wanted to do. And not just humans either, different races, and then we're also trying to deal with some of the more common things that you'd see in the different races. So the Gremlin, for instance, are in and of themselves, they're racist. And in a fantasy world, of course, being racist has a different connotation than in real life, but they in and of themselves, they're still racist within their own race, and that comes out more in book 2. So that's just something I wanted to touch on, is just show that it's a real world and not just something that we dreamed up.
I'm gonna post that. Hold on. Oh, hey, I'm doing it this way, so.
Yep.
Okay. Have you?
I wish that the Google Hangout Facebook link showed the actual Hangout picture and not the generic Google picture, because it actually had me go through and create a cover photo and set up all the titles, and it shows the generic Google cover photo. So
Let's see. Oh, it's processing video, so we'll see how this works. So
okay.
I don't know if anybody else is gonna post on it like that. Just weird. Okay. Yeah, it's uploading. Everything's like being all weird.
Yeah, we got somebody joining the chat.
Oh, okay. Can I see them too? Dustin. Hi, Dustin.
Hey guys.
Dustin, what questions do you have for Jared about his book series?
I don't really have any questions. I'm just here to enjoy the
video.
Yep.
Are you enjoying it so far?
Yep.
Okay, I'm glad. Because this is actually the first time I've done the virtual book fair, and Jared is the most technical guy we have. So he's helping me out a little bit. I should have had him kind of. That's okay. I'm processing the video on my phone to put it. Are any of the books that the first 2 authors written sound any good? You think you'd check them out?
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of putting you on the spot.
That's okay.
You're our first joinee.
Yeah, you're our guinea pig for this. So. I apologize. My phone is taking forever. That's also why I apologize. Jared, if you want, Dustin, you could actually write a question to Jared on our virtual book fair page, and he can answer it that way, and he can answer it live streaming, because he did say that he was going to post this on YouTube later.
All right.
Or you could ask him the question as you're typing, because that's what I've been doing, and Jared's been laughing at me while I've been doing it. And actually, the reason I'm doing it today is because my husband's actually doing AwesomeCon in DC, so I figured since he does this all the time, maybe I could do it too. So I'm not as good as he is though. So.
Well, the tech piece will come. The live streaming would be helpful. Yeah, I probably should have got with you earlier in the week and set this up for the whole show.
Probably, but that's okay. We can do it next year.
I didn't know what everybody else's availability of webcams were, and the chat function or internet connection speeds. So I didn't want to put anybody out in the cold for their sections.
No, you might have scared a couple people, but that's okay. At least I showered for this, so it's all right.
Yeah, that's okay. That's just the big ugly fat guy in this one, so that gets that out of the way.
Well, hey, now the big ugly fat guy is actually videos now ready to view. So if you want
Yep, there it is. It's sideways.
to check that out, and you can say, hey, this is how I've been talking. Dustin, I feel bad that I'm leaving you out. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
So anyway, in the third book, I actually had a contingency for this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to do the prologue for the third book. Shouldn't give too much away, but I guess we'll see.
Yes, I'm doing the phone. You all right?
All right, so okay, so the prologue for the third book is actually called Taken. It's basically it's a little bit more of the history of when the big bad guy Bara broke through into the world, and what happened thereafter. It's told from the point of view of Victor Chavax, who is actually a general in the city where Bara broke through at. I think that's probably all you'll need for a background. Okay, I guess we'll go. His vision cleared for the first time since the battle, but he immediately wished it hadn't. He was deep within a structure, likely underground, judging from the complete lack of any natural light. Demons filled the outer edges of his vision, their deep purple skin soaking up the light from a handful of torches. They remained motionless as he lifted his head. His hands and feet were secured to a cold iron table situated near the center of the room. Thin leather ropes wrapped them tightly. Thicker belt-like straps held his legs, arms, and torso. His head was free, but its movement gained him little more than a better view of his prison. Hash was motionless, similarly bound on a table next to him, though the man remained motionless. A single man rose from a nearby chair. "Ah, Victor, I see you are awake." The man's voice dripped with venom as he approached the table. Black hair flowed unrestricted over his shoulders, the shadow of maintained facial hair apparently around his jawline. He wore dark, well-kept leather with no color showing save the glint of the steel rings and its only adornment. Armor rustled quietly beneath his surcoat as he approached Victor's prone form. A black leather-wrapped hilt extended over his right shoulder, its guard sweeping forward aggressively. The blade was hidden behind the man's back, but Victor knew it bore 3 identical hooks along its length. Caliban. Caliban was one of the most feared of Bara's generals, a man that made his name through slaughter. He was once the general of a long-forgotten city-state, but after its fall during the war against Bara, he turned his cloak. He became a shadow of what had been, still a brilliant general, but devoid of anything that resembled compassion. His armies were known to torch villages rather than siege them, burn entire years of crops just because they were there, and defile any church they passed. It was said that his heart had been corrupted by the power that Bara offered, but Victor believed it was something else. The capability for such evil couldn't have just appeared because he turned his cloak. The cruelty in the man's eyes gave credibility to the rumors. "So you do know me," Caliban exulted. "I feared I would have to go through the hassle of my rather long-winded title." A serpentine grin crossed his features. "Why do you spare me?" Victor asked. He was in no mood for Caliban's games. "Straight to the point, eh?" The smile didn't fade. "I have need of you in my master's armies. Most of his generals were lost when he was banished. Some fell in battle, and others just grew old. We have need of men like you, and," he jabbed a finger towards the immobile Ash, "your friend there." Victor barked a laugh. And you think we'll serve your lord? That we'll turn our backs on humanity like you did? Caliban's hand snapped out and struck Victor hard across the face. Humans turned their back on me. They left my city to rot under the siege of Barra's army. We begged for months for aid, but none came. When the end finally arrived, I was happy to join my lord, to have the opportunity to repay those that abandoned us. The smile faded, but the danger in his eyes remained. You will join my master, Victor, or you will watch as I turn your son over to the demons. Victor's heart leapt to his throat. No, it couldn't be true. Charles had fled with his mother before the battle had turned against them. He had sent an entire squad to see to it. I assure you, I speak the truth. Snapping his fingers, two robed figures entered the chamber from behind the line of demons. The lead figure was a man, his bearing and size apparent beneath the hooded robe. He held a swaddled infant, curly black hair poking out from beneath the blankets. Tears sprang to Victor's eyes. No! You leave my son out of this, you monster. Caliban clicked his tongue against the roof of his mouth. Tut tut, Victor. You are in no place to make demands on me. The man holding Charles moved to sit in the chair that Caliban had vacated. The second figure was a woman, her slight frame and athletic build accentuated by the tight-fitting robe she wore. Next to her walked a small boy, no more than 2 or 3, with the arms of Thormane proud upon his tunic. It was Ash's youngest son, Oren. You see, Ash will be joining us as well. The little boy smiled at Victor as he was led to the table to play with the dishes there. Victor had seen many times before. Okay, I can't even read my own writing. Victor had seen him many times before, and it was likely that Oren remembered his face. Victor sniffed back a tear as he watched the little boy play. What of my wife? Dead, Caliban said flatly. She wouldn't give over the little one into my agent's care. Victor let the tears fall. His wife was gone, but there was Charles, not 10 paces from him. There was still hope that he could save him. Release them now. Set them free, and we can have a discussion. And leave your poor little son alone in the world? He's only a baby, Victor. The serpentine grin returned. And you call me evil. Victor turned his face to the man as best he could under his bindings. What is it you propose, then? We serve you and keep them hostage? No, Victor. Caliban turned away from them. You will serve my master, and so will they, in time. He gazed up at the ceiling. This isn't a negotiation, Victor. I hold all the power here. You will submit to serving my master, or I will have the boys torn apart while you watch, and then you'll be forced to serve anyway. If you submit, the boys will be well cared for until they are old enough to serve, and then they too will submit. Those are the only options available, Victor. Watch as my demons tear your infants apart, and then feast on the pieces, or give over to my master and he lives. Victor? Ash mumbled through his bruised face. What is he talking about? He has our boys, Ash. Oren and Charles. Ash's eyes were swollen shut from the beating he took prior to being carried down there. He couldn't even look upon his boy. Daddy? The little boy asked as he looked around the room at the men, searching for his father's face. But his father was unrecognizable through his injuries. Ash struggled against the bindings, but they were too strong, and he was too weak. He growled and snapped, trying to reach the belt closest to his head, but it was all for naught. You let him go, you bastard son of a whore. Such language, Ash. Are you refusing my offer? I will kill you, Ash growled through his broken teeth. No, I don't think you will. This is the final time I will repeat myself. Submit to my master now, or the boys die. The attendant stood from the table and started to move toward the ring of demons outside of the room. Oren began to cry as the woman pulled him away from his toys. No! I no want! Daddy! I submit, the men said in unison. Good, Caliban cheered. My new ritual goes much better if you submit. If you fight it, you will become a mindless shell, and I'd much rather have access to your talents. Black liquid poured from Caliban's hands as he moved them through the air. Your word, Caliban. They live, or you'll only get your mindless shells. Victor felt his humanity slipping as the black liquid crept into his flesh. Of course, Victor. He waved to the attendants, who picked up the boys and moved to leave the room. Daddy! Warren's little voice called over the shoulder of the woman as she carried his sobbing form through the archway.
That was really good. Really enjoyed
That is it. That is the prologue.
I only managed to get a couple of, like, about 3 minutes of at a time to go on there, and I posted it on the page because it didn't seem like a lot of people wanted to jump onto the chat. It looks like we have, besides Dustin, looks like we do have somebody else too. Kurt, I believe.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys
Most
for.
people I roped into joining, so.
Oh well, that's always helpful. Right.
So,
if you want to go back on your virtual page and say, hey, check out the link, you could do that. I posted the little thing that you read. It's like 2 or 3 minutes long because my phone hates me.
oh, it's probably all the memory you've got. It's
Yeah,
high def videos. That takes a lot of memory.
it does. So yeah, but that's pretty good. Oh, that's yours. Okay, that's pretty good that you can do it like that, because now we just got to figure out how to do this for next year, and you could be my tech guy for next year. Which
Yeah,
I always need a tech guy.
Yeah, it's not real difficult. So
No.
yeah, we can get it done for next year, and then you can just host it, and then each of the different authors can come on, and you can just kind of turn it over to them.
Okay. Because that'll help me out a little bit more than what I'm doing now. And instead of making me feel like a total tool.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel like a tool.
No, it's alright. You can tell how good my language is sometimes. You can tell I'm from New York with my accent and with the accent on certain words. I'm just fooling around with the tabs trying to figure out how I can work on it more. And it's video, and you have about 5 more minutes. So if you want to just start typing as you're talking into the discussion board and say live and we're still talking, and Shelly asked me a whole bunch of questions, and you can talk about what your inspiration is and stuff like that.
Okay. I can get that all typed up.
Oh, good.
I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream.
Okay.
Doesn't look like we're going to get any more joinees. Then I can get the video edited and get it uploaded
Okay.
for review later. That video I sent you earlier, if
Okay.
you want to send that to the authors that are on maybe for this afternoon, they might be able to get something set up.
They might, especially because I just realized I have 11:30 to 12 as a break, and I didn't realize that I put that as a break.
I thought that was planned. I thought that was when you were going to do your lunch. So.
Yeah, well, I should have just wrote break instead of just nothing, but we'll do that now. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys, for joining. I'm going to go ahead and stop the live broadcast
Thanks,
and get
Jared,
the
for helping
video
out.
edited. Thanks.
All right, thanks.